Happy October, everyone. Today I'm going to be discussing a film that really inspires a lot of the vampire mythos as we kind of know it today, but not as strongly as its predecessor, Dracula, from 1931, which was essentially a film version of the Broadway play, not to discredit its pure atmosphere and cinematic influence. This film released in 1936, and I'm sorry I'm recording off of my TV screen here. My editor's on the fritz. So, I just finished watching the movie, and I gotta say, it's like all movies of its time period, it's a little dated. And it only really starts getting interesting towards the end, but I'd rather get into the plot. The plot is that directly after the first Dracula, when Van Helsing stakes the wooden stake through Dracula's heart, the police find him. He straight up admits to killing Count Dracula. You know, you'd expect a guy like this to say, he killed the crazy guy over there, so I killed him in self-defense. He was a madman, but no. He just straight up admits, I killed him. Yep, he was a vampire. And you expect us to believe that? Yes, I do. So maybe he was a little. Anyway, so Van Sloan doesn't get a lot to do as Van Helsing, or Von Helsing as for some reason pronounced in this film. But who really does shine is Gloria Holden as the title character of Dracula's daughter. Now let me just give you guys a visual of what this is gonna of the film here, and I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm just gonna get down to my bed here. So anyway, the film was based off of a short chapter that was unreleased in when the movie came out, or when the book came out. I don't really know much about it since I haven't read the book since, was it 4th grade or something? Well, anyway, so Dracula's daughter comes in, and she steals the corpse of her father to burn it, to somehow gain holy release of some sort. And I just love this image right here. It's very cult. And the atmosphere in this scene is incredible. And the music, too, is great. Gloria Holden's performance really just drives the whole film together. And especially her somewhat minion, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I think it's Sendar or something. His just bleak and monotone voice is so so awesome and bleak. It's probably one of the funniest side characters ever. But anyway, so she meets a psychiatrist, and even though her father is dead, she still feels the urge of being a vampire. So because of this, she kills and attacks her prey, and there's a lot of underlining sexual attraction here, which is very shocking for a film of this age just to handle. I mean, the mere idea of homosexuality was just absurd back then. I can't imagine lesbianism. Lesbianism, is that even a word? But anyway, so she plans to try and have the psychiatrist break the mental hold. But what he accomplishes is that she kills a young innocent girl that she picks up off the street, and so she starts to fall in love with the psychiatrist, and he kidnaps his more like assistant or lover, I don't know, who plays prank phone calls on him at a party. A lot of the humor in this film is strangely dry. It's got a lot of dry humor and dark comedy. So it's a very interesting film, especially comparable to its predecessor. And it's very interesting, I have to say, especially if you're one. It's a little boring, I have to say, but if you're interested in macabre things, or you're interested in Dracula as a character, I mean, it really doesn't start to get badass up until the ending. I mean, the ending was really awesome. And this guy, spoiler alert, turn off the video now. He kills her, straight up. I don't know. I guess he was pissed off that he chose someone else to be his lover. Anyway, so this is a very interesting film. I'd recommend it. It's a little slow, like all movies of its period, but I gotta say, it's definitely worth giving a watch, especially if you're a fan of vampires and general creepy things. I wouldn't recommend watching it on Halloween, but I recommend watching it near on a cold October night with popcorn,